One of the cheapest na phone na pwede mo mabili this Christmas, si POCO C65. And itong phone na ito is packed with the MediaTek Helio G85, which is very common, but probably this is the most affordable among them all. This is just priced at around 4,000 pesos, guys. Pwede mo bilhin pang sarili mo, pwede mo pang regalo, at pwede mo rin siyang gawin pang backup phone. Meron siyang malaking screen, and malaki rin ang kanyang battery. So, kamusta naman kanyang performance? Malalaman natin right after this quick unboxing. Now, itong POCO C65 na may 620 gigs of storage is priced at 5,499 and ang kanyang early bird price is 4,999. And of course, there's always a higher variant na meron na katulad dito sa aking kamay, 8,256. Ang kanyang presyo is 6,499 and mabibili mo for 5,999 sa kanyang early bird rate. More details sa description box below. Now, one of the things that I admire dito sa kanyang phone is meron siyang triple card slot. So, pwede ba siyang sulitin? So, kung kulang sa iyo ang 128 or 256 gig of storage, pwede mo pa siya i-expand dito using a micro SD card slot. And support niya dalawang nano SIM, so pwede kang maglagay ng any brand na 4G SIM. So, tinest natin sa Globe sa SmartSat dito, walang problema. And another thing na sobrang natuwa ko dito sa kanya is ang kanyang design. Flat na flat ang likod nito. Parang just any iPhones. And yung kanyang camera module is double barrel design. So, in na in pa rin naman siya this 2023. And likod niya is matte finish. So, definitely walang fingerprint smudges. So, included dito sa kanya, meron siya side fingerprint scanner. And meron pa siyang audio jack para magamit mo ay yung favorite headphones dito sa phone na ito. So, whether you're music tripping, watching videos, or playing games, pwede mong gamitin iyong favorite headphones dahil nandiyan pa kanyang audio jack dito sa phone na ito. And ang form factor nito phone na ito is just right enough sa aking kamay. I wouldn't say na it's super duper big, pero saktuhan sa aking kamay, no? So if I'm doing one hand na texting, abot na abot ko pa rin ang dulo ng screen niya. So it's very easy to switch between light mode and dark mode. Isang pindot lang sa kanya, no? Papalit na siya. So yeah, I would prefer it to always be on a dark mode. Now, the POCO C65 is packed with a MediaTek Helio G85. I know na sobrang gamit na gamit tong processor na ito. And I would say that itong phone na ito is probably one of the most affordable G85 out there in the market as of today. Scoring a 263,000 points, this phone can definitely perform. Multitasking and everything na pinagawa ko dito sa kanya, kayang-kaya niya. And this is the breakdown score. And ang UI na ito is MIUI 14 for POCO. Makita mo, no, meron siyang app drawer dito na very much like any other POCO phones that you have used in the past. So, chinek ko rin ang wideband security level nito, naka-level 1 siya. So, pwede ka manood ng mga HD dito sa phone na ito, even though that it's very budget-friendly. So, ang memory nito, pwede siya mag-extend ng +4. So, ang currently meron ko dito is 8 gigs of RAM, +4 ang meron niya para maging 12 gigs of RAM. Now, usapang deadboot muna tayo. I know na siguro one of the problems na iisipin mo if you bought a POCO phone is ang deadboot issue. Now, alam naman natin, it was common back then sa POCO M4 and sa Redmi Note 10S. If I remember it correctly, it was due to a bad na software update which pushed out to everyone and lahat na nag-update is, boom, nag-deadboot. It's not caused by hardware issue, but it's caused by software issue. I hope na hindi na siya maulit and para hindi na maulit na sa inyong mindset na POCO equals deadboot. But as far as I'm concerned, after 2 weeks of using, okay. Now, one thing na sobrang okay din dito sa kanya is malaki ka na display. 6.74-inch na IPS LCD display na may 90Hz na screen refresh rate. Imagine at 4,000 pesos, meron ka na 90Hz na screen refresh rate. Very good. Now, the only thing na hindi ko gusto sa kanya is teardrop notch pa rin siya for 2023. But how can I complain? It's just 4,000 pesos only. Ang kanyang side bezel dito is acceptable, but ang kanyang baba is quite thick. Now, if you're planning to use the phone na ito for social media, watching shorts, reels, and everything na gusto niyong panoorin dito sa phone na ito, Swiping is very smooth. That's kind of 90 Hz of screen refresh rate. And I would highly recommend you to use this phone for your daily entertainment use. And watching some videos dito sa YouTube, I would say okay na okay siya. Not as punchy as mga AMOLED na display, but for me, it's pretty much acceptable at its price range. Now, one of the things na hinighlight ni POCO dito is ang kanyang blue light protection. Now, you can use this phone immersively without hurting your eyes. Siguro one thing na medyo mabibiting ka konti dito sa phone na ito is ang kanyang sound. Ang kanyang single loud firing speaker dito sa ilalim is not so loud nung sinagad ko siya listening to Spotify. Now, itong phone na ito has a battery of 5,000 mAh and kaya na mag-charge up to 18 watts. And upon my usage, kaya naman na magtagal ng nearly 2 days. And nung tinest natin sa kanyang battery stress test, kaya na magbigay sa akin ng 12.5 hours na screen on time. And ang sabi ni POCO is that this one has a G85 that has a performance that is better than any competitors out there. So, tinest natin to sa gaming, putting it on sa Firelight 84 and sa Call of Duty Mobile. These are the settings na sinet natin sa kanya. And on gameplay, I would agree with POCO na smooth ang experience ko dito. I played Firelight 84 for roughly an hour and a half Battle Royale. Naka 2 level up siguro ako dahil sa paglalaro dito sa phone na ito. And I would say na surprisingly is pretty good. I wasn't really expecting na ganong kaganda nga ng performance sa Firelight 84. And sinagad natin ang kanyang maximum performance na kaya dito sa phone na ito. And nag-perform naman siya. Call of Duty Mobile, walang problema. Though hindi mo kaya iset sa higher graphical settings, I wouldn't say that sobrang immersive experience dahil this is a entry-level na smartphone. But the performance is not so bad after all. And the touch response is pretty good. So right now, usapang camera tayo. This one has a 50MP na main camera sensor. It's packed together with a 2MP na macro lens. And ang kanyang harap is a 8MP na front-facing camera. Both of them can only shoot up to 1080p and 30fps. And here is the performance.
So pag-usapan natin some shots na nakuha natin dito sa phone na ito. And honestly, I was quite surprised sa mga shots. And sa outdoor condition, I was really not expecting this though. I was able to take this shot. Normally, pag tinignan mo dito sa smartphone, it's normal. Nung in-export ko siya sa PC, nakita ko, nung zoom in ko dito sa mga bato, sa mga craters niya, no, you'd see the details that is preserved, which is quite amazing para sa price point na to. And this green is quite okay pag tinignan mo dito sa phone mismo. Pero kung in-export mo siya sa PC, you will see it a lot better than this one. Pag tinignan mo tong halaman na ito, it's just normal. Pero pag zoom in mo, you'll see the details ng alambre, mga roots niya, which is not so bad for a price point dito sa POCO C65. Itong shot na ito is definitely clear and crisp as well. And itong yellow gumamela na ito, nung zoom in ko sa mga water droplets niya, it's clear na ang ganda ng mga droplets niya. No? Even though it's not the best na nakita ko, but at this price point, how can you complain? On some low light shot, you would see na it's still good, preserved, pero mapansin mo, it's a little bit softer than outdoors. And this one equally nice as well, pero medyo mas soft ang kanyang photo. But if you take it indoors sa mga food shot, I would say not bad. Mukhang masarap itong mga food na ito as taken dito sa loob ng Fantastic Baka. And itong kimchi na ito, even though na pag zoom in mo, hindi ganun kalinaw, no? Pero pag tinignan mo siya as a full picture, not so bad after all. And nung tinignan ko tong samgyup na ito, nung zoom in ko, kita pa rin mga details niya, no? Pati yung taba, kitang-kita. And itong ginigrill namin is also clear. To my surprise, ang kanang selfie camera is really good. And looking at this photo, it might seems normal. But nung in-export ko siya sa PC, kitang-kita, pati yung pawis ko, pati yung pores ng mukha ko, very evident, walang takas. Pati itong photo na ito is the same. And in-indoor natin, medyo mas nag-soften siya ng konti, but it's still pretty good. Now, using the front-facing camera to take this vlog, I would say medyo shaky siya. And on indoor condition, medyo mapapansin mas a little bit grainier than the outdoor condition. And this is how it looks like pag nasa outdoor condition. Mas malinaw siya. Now, using the rear camera to take this vlog, well, honestly, it's a bit shaky. Kahit hawak ko lang ng kamay, no? Hindi na ako masyado gumagalaw, pero makikita mo yung shake niya. And yeah, the grilling looks good. And the color looks not so bad. Mukha siyang pagkain.
So guys, convinced na kayo na si POCO C65 is one of the most affordable for this Christmas or probably 11/11 sale, no? This one is just priced at around 4,999 sa kanya early bird price. and you can get it sa description box below kung saan ko ililink para sa inyo. For me, itong phone na ito, sobrang sulit, okay ka na performance, malaki ka ng screen, and kanyang camera is not really so bad. It can even give you some good gaming performance dito as well, be it sa ML, PUBG, sa Call of Duty Mobile, and pati sa Fahrenheit 84. Medyo iwasan nyo na lang si Genshin Impact. So guys, kung natuwa kayo dito sa phone na ito, si POCO C65, i-share nyo sa inyong mga friends para makabili sila early bird price. And of course, i-sub to this channel would be Merry ang aking Christmas. I'll see you on the next one.
And so, ako para si Richmond, and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click the dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.